Do you think Hollywood stars are always flawless on TV? Well, not quite. Late-night television isn't just about promoting movies. It's also the stage for awkward, hilarious, and sometimes unbelievably cringe-worthy moments. So, which moment left the biggest impression? Let's dive in. Live television is full of surprises, but few moments were as shocking as the 2009 MTV VMAs. As Taylor Swift was delivering her acceptance speech for Best Female Video, Kanye West suddenly stormed the stage, grabbed the microphone, and declared that Beyoncé was the one who truly deserved the award. The unexpected interruption left the audience stunned, while Swift appeared visibly shaken. What was supposed to be her moment of triumph turned into an instant controversy. Kanye's actions not only overshadowed her achievement, but also sparked a heated debate among fans and celebrities. Although he later apologized, the incident marked the beginning of a long-standing feud between the two artists. To this day, it remains one of the most talked-about moments in live television history, showcasing just how unpredictable award shows can be. Everyone has moments of exhaustion, but not everyone experiences them live on television. During a 2013 broadcast of Fox and Friends, host Tucker Carlson found himself in an awkward situation when he unintentionally fell asleep on air. After staying up late the night before to cover for Sean Hannity, Carlson took a quick nap during a commercial break. Unfortunately, he didn't realize when the show resumed. As the cameras rolled, viewers were surprised to see him completely asleep, while co-hosts Clayton Morris and Allison Kuroda struggled to hold back their laughter. Though the moment was slightly embarrassing, Carlson recovered quickly, laughing it off like a true professional. The incident became a viral topic, proving that even the most seasoned TV hosts are not immune to on-air mishaps. Taylor Swift is known for her chart-topping hits, but even global superstars have their goofy moments. A rare, hilarious glimpse into her personal life surfaced when a clip of her recovering from laser eye surgery aired on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Unbeknownst to Taylor, her mother had secretly shared the footage. The video captured her in a dazed, post-surgery state, wearing protective goggles and struggling to grab a banana from a bunch, only to pick the wrong one and look visibly disappointed. The comedy continued as she lay in bed, seriously attempting to eat the banana, much to the amusement of the audience. When the clip played, Swift appeared embarrassed and visibly surprised that the moment had been broadcast. The wholesome footage quickly went viral, with fans calling it one of her funniest moments of the year. It was a reminder that even the biggest stars have their unfiltered, relatable moments. As a model and social media star, Sarah McDaniel is no stranger to the camera. However, even she wasn't immune to a hilariously embarrassing moment during a live broadcast when she was demonstrating the perfect way to take a selfie. During her tutorial, she was explaining tips like finding good lighting and the best angles when the unexpected happened. Her phone suddenly slipped from her hand and crashed onto the floor. Her shocked reaction made viewers burst into laughter. The embarrassment didn't end there. When she picked up her phone to check for damage, it had accidentally taken a blurry, unflattering photo mid-fall. Laughing at herself, she shared the image with her viewers, joking that it was the most authentic selfie she had ever taken. Fans flooded the comments with praise for her ability to handle the awkward moment with humor, proving why she remains so relatable and well-loved. Sabrina Carpenter is a talented singer and actress, but even stars like her aren't immune to awkward moments on live television. Her recent appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert had fans both laughing and cringing. During the interview, Sabrina was sharing a funny story about her new music when things took an unexpected turn. As she leaned forward to emphasize a point, she accidentally knocked over her glass of water. The water spilled across the desk, creating a small commotion. Sabrina's face turned bright red as she gasped, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." Always quick on his feet, Stephen Colbert grabbed some napkins and joked, "I think this is the first time someone has tried to water my desk." The audience erupted in laughter, and Sabrina quickly played along, quipping, "Yeah, I just like to keep everything hydrated." But the awkwardness didn't stop there. While attempting to clean up the mess, she accidentally knocked over her cue cards, sending them scattering onto the floor. Laughing at herself, she shook her head and said, "Wow, I'm really making an impression tonight." Despite the mishap, Sabrina's charm and sense of humor made the moment endearing rather than embarrassing. Jimmy Fallon is known for making people laugh, but one story he shared on The Tonight Show left fans both shocked and entertained for a completely different reason. It turns out, Jimmy once had a chance to date Nicole Kidman. Nicole, appearing as a guest on his show, casually brought up their first meeting years ago, an encounter Jimmy had completely misread. She revealed that a mutual friend had set them up and that she had thought it might be a date. However, Jimmy had no idea. As Nicole recounted the story, she explained how she arrived at Jimmy's apartment, expecting a charming evening. Instead, she found him in sweatpants, playing video games, barely making conversation. "I thought, this guy doesn't like me at all," Nicole laughed. Jimmy sat there, wide-eyed. "Wait, you liked me?" he shouted, completely stunned. Nicole nodded. Jimmy, in utter disbelief, threw himself onto the desk, groaning, "I blew it! I totally blew it!" The moment became one of the funniest and most unexpected revelations in late-night TV history, proving that even the king of comedy can miss the most obvious signs. Jennifer Lawrence is known for her talent and charm, but she's also no stranger to embarrassing moments. One such moment happened on live television, leaving fans both shocked and laughing. As a guest on a popular talk show, Jennifer looked stunning in a glamorous gown. But as she walked toward her seat, disaster struck. Her dress got caught on her shoe, causing her to stumble. "And then I just sprinted. I sprinted, and my shoe fell off. So I hid behind that wall," Jennifer later recounted, making the audience burst into laughter. Though she caught herself, the struggle wasn't over. As she sat down, the dress shifted awkwardly, making her realize she was moments away from a full-blown wardrobe malfunction. Laughing nervously, she quickly adjusted the dress and joked, "This is definitely a wardrobe malfunction in progress." The audience erupted in laughter while the host, ever the gentleman, handed her a pillow for coverage. Jennifer, always a good sport, shrugged it off and quipped, "I always wanted to make headlines, just not like this." Her quick wit and humor turned what could have been a disaster into a comedic highlight of the show. Florence Pugh is known for her confidence and talent, but even she couldn't escape a moment of awkwardness, especially when sharing the stage with someone as effortlessly charming as Andrew Garfield. The two actors appeared together at a prestigious awards ceremony to present a major category. Everything was running smoothly until Florence had a sudden mishap that sent both Andrew and the audience into fits of laughter. As she made her way onto the stage in an elegant gown, Florence accidentally tripped on the hem of her dress. Though she quickly regained her balance, the small stumble made her giggle nervously. Turning to Andrew, she joked, "Well, that's one way to get people's attention." The audience roared with laughter, and Andrew playfully replied, "I think you've set a new standard for award show entrances." But the awkwardness wasn't over yet. While reading from the teleprompter, Florence mispronounced the name of one of the nominees. She froze for a second before bursting into laughter and exclaiming, "Oh no, I just ruined someone's big moment." Andrew quickly stepped in, smoothly corrected the name, and reassured her with a smile. "Don't worry, you're still everyone's favorite." The moment turned into a fan-favorite clip, proving that even Hollywood's most poised stars can have their clumsy moments. Kristen Stewart, known for her cool and collected demeanor, had an unexpectedly hilarious moment when she appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. During a fun segment, Kristen and Jimmy played a trivia game with a twist. Every wrong answer resulted in a silly consequence. Determined to keep up, Kristen misheard one of Jimmy's questions and blurted out a completely random, nonsensical answer. The audience erupted in laughter as Kristen looked confused, until Jimmy repeated the actual question. Realizing her mistake, she covered her face and groaned, "Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that." Jimmy, never one to miss an opportunity for a joke, reassured her, "That's definitely one for the highlight reel." But the real embarrassment came when Kristen had to face the consequence of her wrong answer. She was made to wear a giant hot dog costume for the remainder of the segment. Trying to keep a straight face, she continued answering trivia questions while awkwardly adjusting the oversized costume. Laughing at herself, she finally declared, "This is officially the weirdest thing I've ever done on TV." The ridiculous yet hilarious moment had both the audience and Kristen in stitches. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart are not only legendary actors, but also longtime friends who know how to make each other laugh. During an interview promoting their movie Logan, Patrick shared a hilarious story from his Star Trek. The Next Generation days that had Hugh laughing so hard he could barely breathe. Patrick described how during a serious scene, one of his co-stars accidentally let out an earth-shattering sneeze. The sneeze was so unexpected that the entire cast lost it, and it took multiple takes to get through the scene. What made the story even funnier was Patrick's theatrical reenactment. He mimicked the sneeze with a dramatic achoo and exaggerated the cast's reactions. Hugh Jackman completely lost it. Laughing so hard he had to wipe away tears. Hugh gasped, "Stop! I can't handle this!" The audience loved seeing these two icons share such a genuine side-splitting moment together. Audiences love seeing two TV icons share a fun, authentic moment together. But this time, Steve Harvey didn't seem entirely comfortable on The Ellen Show. Known for his quick wit and confidence, Steve is rarely caught off guard. But even he had a moment of pure awkwardness when Ellen DeGeneres put him on the spot. Fans couldn't stop talking about the hilarious yet cringe-worthy exchange between the two. It all started when Ellen decided to test Steve's patience with a game. The game required him to answer rapid-fire questions about his personal preferences, guilty pleasures, funniest moments, and more. At first, Steve was in his element, cracking jokes and making the audience roar with laughter. "I can do a lot more if you bet me $1 million, he quipped. But then Ellen flipped the script. She played an old clip of Steve attempting to dance during a live performance. His moves? Well, let's just say they weren't exactly smooth. The audience erupted in laughter while Steve sat frozen, his face a mix of shock and embarrassment. "I've never seen that clip before. Come on, Ellen, you didn't have to do me like that," he said, covering his face. But Ellen wasn't finished. She handed Steve a pair of dancing shoes and challenged him to redeem himself by busting a move right there on stage. Steve shook his head, reluctantly standing up. "Y'all are setting me up," he muttered. But as soon as he started moving, the crowd lost it. Even Steve couldn't help but laugh. "Well, this is my life now," he sighed. Joaquin Phoenix's appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live had everyone talking after an excruciatingly awkward moment that seemed to last forever. He looked visibly uncomfortable, shifting in his seat and avoiding eye contact with the host. It was a stark contrast to his usual composed and enigmatic persona. Jimmy Kimmel, known for his friendly humor, tried to ease the tension with jokes, but Phoenix wasn't playing along. Instead, he responded with short, almost dismissive answers. When Kimmel attempted to lighten the mood, Phoenix simply replied, "I don't know much about you. I was just thinking about going to Sizzler." The tension in the room was palpable. When Kimmel asked about his upcoming movie, Phoenix's body language said it all. He was disengaged. He fidgeted uncomfortably, letting out an awkward chuckle that sounded less like amusement and more like the nervous buzz of a cicada. At one point, Kimmel, trying a different approach, asked a seemingly harmless question about Phoenix's background, but Joaquin suddenly muttered, "What's going on here, Larry?" The unexpected comment left Kimmel momentarily stunned. Fans watching at home couldn't help but feel second-hand embarrassment, wondering if something was going on behind the scenes. The awkwardness was undeniable, making this one of the most uncomfortable late-night interviews in recent memory. Ryan Gosling dropped a hilarious bombshell during his appearance on Conan. Both he and Conan O'Brien were apparently child dancers. Conan's eyebrows shot up in surprise. Ryan grinned and elaborated. "Yeah, we both went through that awkward phase of trying to impress people with our dance moves. But let's just say some of us did better than others." Conan squinted. "Wait a second. Who exactly are you talking about here?" Ryan smirked. "Let's be real. I was talking about you." The audience erupted in laughter. Conan, of course, wasn't about to let that slide. All right. If you're going to make a claim like that, you better have proof," he challenged. Without missing a beat, Gosling pulled up a childhood dance video of himself. The clip featured a young Ryan performing an overly confident yet undeniably wild routine. The audience gasped and then burst into applause. Conan, on the other hand, was practically doubled over in laughter, and then, in a shocking twist, Gosling turned the tables. "By the way, I've seen your moves, Conan," he teased. "Let's just say, they weren't exactly great." Conan, ever the good sport, laughed along, but the crowd couldn't get enough. The playful back and forth between the two made for one of the most unexpectedly entertaining moments of the night. Eva Mendes made a surprise appearance on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and she didn't hold back, sharing shocking yet hilarious details about her life that had the audience in stitches. When Conan asked her about her fun zones, a playful term she used to describe her favorite activities, Eva gave an answer that sent the crowd roaring with laughter. Instead of talking about glamorous Hollywood events, she confessed that her real joys were much simpler. "I love staying at home," she revealed. "I could easily spend an entire weekend on the couch watching old movies and snacking." But the moment truly took off when Eva jokingly admitted to having a strange obsession: competitive eating contests. "I'm not proud of it," she laughed, "but I've entered a few. I may not have won, but I'm pretty good at eating an obscene amount of hot dogs in one sitting." Conan's eyes widened in disbelief, and then came the moment that took the segment to legendary status. In a hilarious slip of the tongue, Eva accidentally blurted out, "I love eating a 400-pound Italian man." The audience lost it. Conan, unable to contain himself, buried his face in his hands and howled with laughter. Realizing her mistake, Eva frantically tried to clarify, but by then it was too late. The damage, or comedic gold, had been done, and she wasn't finished. She then showcased an unexpected hidden talent, doing a pitch-perfect imitation of her excited dog's bark. The accuracy was so on point that the entire studio burst into laughter. By the end of the segment, it was clear. Eva Mendes wasn't just a Hollywood beauty. She had a quirky, comedic side that fans had never seen before, making the night one to remember. Keira Knightley had a memorable appearance on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, where she spilled behind-the-scenes secrets from her time filming Pirates of the Caribbean. One of the most shocking revelations came when Conan brought up her famous costume, specifically the incredibly tight dress she wore in one of the film's key scenes. Keira laughed, recalling, "The corset was so tight that I could barely breathe or move." She continued, "I remember thinking, how am I supposed to fight pirates in this?" The audience cracked up, but what made it even funnier was the reaction from the film crew. Everyone on set kept saying, "Oh my God, "You look amazing," Keira joked. And I was just sitting there thinking, "Guys, I can't breathe." Conan, never one to miss an opportunity for a joke, quipped, "So, did anyone try sneaking a peek at the pirate's treasure?" Keira smirked. "Oh, Conan, you know pirate life is full of surprises." The interview turned into a hilarious, light-hearted moment, giving fans a glimpse of Keira's fun and carefree side, far removed from the serious roles she often plays on screen. Late-night television has seen its fair share of cringe-worthy moments, but Conan O'Brien's 1999 interview with actress Carrie Warer on Late Night with Conan O'Brien still stands out as one of the most bizarre segments ever aired. Carrie, known for her roles in Sliders, appeared on the show to promote her latest project. What started as a lighthearted chat quickly spiraled into an uncomfortably awkward exchange that left both Conan and the audience bewildered. Carrie, leaning into her quirky personality, started making unexpectedly personal and offbeat remarks about her experiences in Hollywood, comments that seemed a bit too intimate for a late-night talk show. Conan, known for his quick wit, struggled to keep up. He forced a nervous laugh and muttered, "Well, this is taking a turn I did not expect." The tension reached its peak when Carrie, out of nowhere, got up from her seat mid-interview to demonstrate a move she had learned on set. Conan, clearly caught off guard, awkwardly tried to guide her back to her chair, visibly struggling to maintain control of the conversation. The audience didn't quite know how to react, and for a moment the entire studio was engulfed in an eerie silence. Even Conan, who had handled a lot of weird interviews, looked completely baffled. When the show ended, fans were left buzzing about what they had just witnessed. It was a moment so awkward, so bizarre, that it remains one of the most talked about interviews in late-night TV history. These awkward and unexpected moments are what make late-night television so entertaining. Fun, unpredictable, and always memorable. From Florence Pugh's stumble and Jennifer Lawrence's wardrobe mishap to Conan O'Brien's bizarre interview, each one had audiences laughing while making these stars even more relatable. So, which interview left the biggest impression? Let's find out.